Jeremy McFoley. Rah! Okay. So Payback's a couple days away. Hello, how are you? Thank you for the likes, comments, subscriptions. If you want to comment, feel free to comment. I'll try to answer everything. I'm coming down with sickness, so I apologize for that right off the bat. But I did want to talk about Payback today. It's a couple days away. And spoilers. I have it from an insider I read online on Reddit. That according to this person, who I think is fairly reputable, not very reputable. It's not like I wouldn't take their word as gospel, but from 1 to 10, with 10 being Vince McMahon bursting into my house and telling me what's going to happen, I would rate this like a 3. Like the person has made some pretty good guesses, um, or has leaked some good information. So it's about a 3 or 4. And this person says that the main event at the pay-per-view after Payback is going to be Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles in a steel cage. So I'm just going to jump right into the discussion of the card. If it's going to be Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles at Payback, at my bad, at Extreme Rules in a steel cage, then that means that there will probably be interference in the match this Sunday. And I think most of the IWC, the Internet Wrestling community, thought there would be. I know I personally, without question, thought there was going to be interference, probably by the Bullet Club. They're doing this now. They used to do this, but it doesn't matter to me. It's some wrestling shit. Anyway, I think the Bullet Club interferes. I think everybody's known that. Because there's no way AJ wins clean. I don't think AJ wins clean. Because it doesn't make sense in the story, and because it would make Roman look too weak. And I'm pretty sure they don't want to just say, well, here's this guy that just comes from NJPW and he beats the WWE guy clean. Like I don't think that happens. I think the Bullet Club interferes probably with Finn Balor, and they can go a couple ways with it. Either they cost AJ the match because of disqualification, or they cost AJ the match because Roman gets a roll up afterwards because he's like distracted, and then that's why you get the steel cage match. I think they could do either one of those two, or what I think is actually going to happen. I think the Bullet Club is going to interfere when the ref is out, like unconscious for some reason, and then AJ will pick up the victory. If I had to guess, I would guess AJ winning with help from the Bullet Club. But he's going to play the in-betweener role. He's not going to be a bad guy. He's not going to be a good guy. But it's going to look like he's a bad guy. The Bullet Club will interfere. The Usos will come to make the save. And then Balor will interfere, which will give the Bullet Club the numbers. And then AJ's going to just pick up the victory on some whoa, what am I supposed to do? Shit, like he's going to mime it up, something severe. He's going to be miming out there. He's going to be like, oh what? Like he's gonna act the part really well. Like I don't know what to do. He may pull out a Yano. He's going to do some stuff out there as far as the acting is concerned. It should be fun to watch. But I think AJ goes over, and I think Roman comes out on Raw on some he cheated. I want my title back, and that's not how we do it in WWE. I demand the rematch in a steel cage, and blah blah blah. And then you get the rematch in a steel cage, and they could probably run with the storyline for a while. But I do predict that by WrestleMania, Roman will be champion once again. But AJ can have the belt for a short period of time. He can't have it for a long time, but he can have it for a short period of time. And I think that that happens at this pay-per-view, and that'll make all the Chicago fans go crazy. I love my city, and we're very smart wrestling fans. So I think AJ goes over. I think the Bullet Club helps him, including Finn Balor, and I think that makes AJ this sort of good guy / bad guy, where it's like you don't necessarily know what he is, but he's fairly obviously a bad guy because he's getting this help and whatnot. At least, like, if you aren't a fan of NJPW and shit like that, then all you see is or whatchamacallit, all you see is a bad guy. And I thought I had the card here, but I guess I don't. Alright, here it is. God damn it. As far as the rest of the card, the main event is Kalisto versus Ryback. No, the main event was AJ. The the kickoff match is Kalisto versus Ryback. Ryback should win. Like I don't know why they would give it to Kalisto. This feud is boring already. Um, like if Kalisto wins, that's cool. I like Kalisto in the ring. I think he's great. I think the kids love him. Um, but put him against somebody else already. This shit is boring. And if the only way for this feud to end is for Ryback to win, then fuck it, have Ryback win. I don't give a shit. But if I had to pick, I would think Ryback wins. I don't think they're going to feed Ryback to Kalisto. Like that's not very WWE of them. If they do, then well, fuck it, bye bye Ryback. You're not that important anymore. It happens. Ziggler versus Corbin. I think Ziggler's due for a win. Um, I would hope Ziggler would win, but I think Corbin's going to win. I got Corbin winning that one. Should be like 10 minutes. I'm not expecting greatness from that. Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho. I think Ambrose will win. Again, 15 minutes. Not really expecting anything from it. Enzo and Big Cass versus the Vaudevillains. Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Um, I think Enzo and Big Cass win. I may be wrong, but I think that's where the money is. I think you put Enzo and Big Cass in a promo against the New Day, and I think they have a really good segment. Whereas if you put the Vaudevillains against the New Day, I don't think it'll be as good. I think the Vaudevillains would be good heels. They'll play the bad guy role really good. But I think Enzo and Cass are the favorite to win. It can go either way. I think it's a toss up, and I think that has the chance of stealing the night and being one of the better matches of the night. Zayn versus Owens is probably going to be close to classic if they want to bring it. It depends on what style they do. I think if they do the Western American style, like the WWE style, they can probably get like a good 4.5, maybe 4.75. I think if they go New Japan for no apparent reason, which is what I would hope for, I think they could do 5. Or they could do like old school 70s WWE style, like and really beat the crap out of each other. That would be great too. It depends how they do it. It doesn't make sense that like in all their matches, all the times they've met, when Zayn comes up the ramp and he sees Owens, they just start, beating the crap out of each other. And then if they have the match and they have this long, methodical, technical match, it wouldn't make sense. I would hope for a 20-minute New Japan style match, which is like a lot of brawling in the beginning, and then not too many rest spots, and they hit their stuff obviously, and then more brawling, stuff like that for a good 20 minutes. I would like some like strong style, like what Sami Zayn and Nakamura did. I think that match was great. I think if Zayn and Owens can do that, then they may have one of the best matches that Chicago sees this whole month. I'll get into that later, but that could be a very good match. Miz versus Cesaro. I want Cesaro to win. The Miz has gotten way better at promos. I don't think you can take that from him. And Maurice is hot as hell, so they may see like a spike in ratings because of how hot she is. But Cesaro's a badass, and I want Cesaro to win because he's the face, If I had to pick, I would probably pick Cesaro. No, I would have picked The Miz. Yeah, I'm going to go back on that because I have AJ winning. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to pick Cesaro. Fuck it. I got Cesaro winning. I'm just going to... Fuck it. Who cares? Charlotte versus Natalya with Ric Flair and Bret Hart. Now, Natalya deserves this. I don't give a fuck what I know y'all say about Natalya being boring or slow or whatever the fuck. Natalya deserves this win. She really should be credited with the Divas Revolution. I know it's a joke on Reddit that we constantly say. Some say whoever the fuck started the women's revolution, but the truth is it was Natalya. It was Natalya. She was a heart. She had no reason to do what she did to get to WWE. She's a heart. You know, she's the daughter of Neidhart, Jim Neidhart. She could just waltz right into WWE just like Charlotte did, but instead she chose to earn it. You know, she went to Shimmer, she went to Japan, and she wrestled all over the world and became a name that way before showing up to WWE. And that's why she's miles ahead of most of the girls, especially from way back when, from when it was still the Divas. Nowadays, they're about on even footing, you know, and Natalia can actually put on great matches. I've seen their match at NXT, which Charlotte won. It was great. Every match they've had was great. I saw their match at Roadblock, which Charlotte won. It was great. And honestly, I think 5, 10 years, maybe 20 years down the line, we're as wrestling fans, it's going to become a part of history. They're going to talk about the times Charlotte and Natalia went at it because they're having near classics every single time. And I think this match will probably steal the show. For wrestling fans like me, you know, who actually like storytelling in the ring and like things like history and seeing Brett and Rick there, I think the match steals the show for me. And I think the smart thing would be to put the belt on Natty. I want Natty to win. Uh, I think she deserves it. Um, Charlotte's great, but I don't think she's there yet. I think she's probably top five in WWE right now, but I think Natty deserves it more. She's a veteran. She's worked really well with everyone. She's on Total Divas. Having her walking around with the belt would be great. Um, then you could do Natalia and Sasha, Natalia and Becky, you know, which would be great matches. With that said, Charlotte's gonna win, and that's the card. That's this Sunday. Afterwards is a WWE camp, which seems like a really funny show. Props to WWE, they're really getting the entertainment part down. But they're not so much on the wrestling. Which brings me to my next point. Next week, on Sunday, I will be at Global Wars. I will be there wearing my Masawa sweater and having a good time. The card looks amazing. I will give my predictions for that later. Um, we're lucky as Chicagoans this month. If you're a wrestling fan, we have Payback and we have Global Wars the week right after. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to watch Payback actually, because of Game of Thrones. So I'm kind of, you know, it's Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? So I'll probably end up watching both. I do have to pay for my network subscription. I haven't paid it yet. Part of me really wants to buy New Japan World and Stardom World instead. Um, but we'll see. Like I said, I'll give my predictions for Global Wars, which is, if you don't know what Global Wars is, ROH is running a show where it's ROH and New Japan. Um, and it's like a world colliding kind of thing. It should be great. I got my tickets for like $20, like literally $20. It's going to be, Jushin Liger is going to be there, you know, so I'm really excited. Ishii is going to be there, Kushida, Okada, Tanahashi, Christopher Daniels, Jay Lethal, Colt Cabana. It should be a really good show. Even the Women of Honor will be there, and if someone that has been to many Ring of Honor shows, like a lot, if the Women of Honor are there, that means it's going to be their A+ show. Like, this is going to be the best show they can put forth. And the Bullet Club will be there as well. The actual Bullet Club, not the WWE fake Bullet Club. The actual Bullet Club will be there. So it should be a great show. I'm extremely excited for it. I'll give my predictions for that next week. I'll take some pictures, maybe shoot some video and upload it here for y'all. And I'll give my review when it's all said and done. As far as which one I think will be better, I think Global Wars will be the better show overall. But I think WWE will have the better entertainment. Obviously, they'll have better stories. And I think they'll have a couple matches that fit my wants as a wrestling fan, as an adult wrestling fan. But ROH and New Japan Global Wars will be an entire card of shit that fits my wants as a wrestling fan. So I think ROH versus New Japan will be the better show. And I think if you're in Chicago and you're contemplating which one to go to both. But if you can't, go to the ROH show. Be for victory. Thank you for watching. Tranquilo.